Alright everyone, today is the day. We are heading into Epic Universe for the first time. Second day that it has been officially open. Got a VIP tour today. This is the first day that they're offering VIP tours for just regular guests, so I'm excited to check that out, see how that works. Very expensive, so we're going to see if it was worth it. First day had incredibly low crowd levels stuff for Ministry of Magic, so we are hoping that that continues today so I can ride all these rides 100 times. So I paid over $700 for my VIP tour today, plus the park ticket to get into the park. VIP tours do include valet parking, and they do include an express pass after the tour is over. This is a half-day tour, 4 hours, and is supposed to include up to 6 attractions, but it looks like we were able to do 8 today. So let's go explore a little bit of early entry and see how the day progresses. We were let through security at about 7:30 in the morning. I was staying at Helios. Look for a full tour of that on the channel soon. And at about 7:50 we were allowed to start walking to our first portal of the day. Super Mario World and Celestial Park were the only 2 portals open on the day of my visit, so I headed to Super Mario World. Alright, we're walking to Super Nintendo World. I'm gonna go ride some of the new rides that I haven't done. Now, Super Nintendo World is open over in Hollywood at Universal Studios Hollywood. I actually visited just the week prior, funny enough, so I was able to compare the two. But this one is much larger. It features 2 additional attractions, a Yoshi slow-moving ride built for families, and then Donkey Kong Country with the Minecart Madness roller coaster that's aimed to resemble a careening minecart from the video game. Alright, so we just spent almost an hour inside of Super Nintendo World, rode Donkey Kong 4 times in about 20 minutes, and spent the rest of the time just playing a lot of the games. So now we're heading over to the front of the park for the first time, and we're gonna go check in for our VIP tour. So I walked through Celestial Park and noticed a few more details this time around heading to the front of the park. Stopped by the Starbucks because I definitely needed coffee with my early morning wake up. One of the nicest looking Starbucks I've ever been in, but I did get a good look at the Kronos, which is the symbol of the park, and that's also where the VIP tour lounge actually is located. Now I imagine that there's going to be areas to hang out and then actually grab lunch for longer day tours in the future. I just walked into the lobby and checked in because my tour is starting pretty shortly after I arrived.
So we have some first timers. I love that. So we're going to talk a little bit about like rules of the road and what's going to happen today. Has anyone done a VIP tour yet? Any Apple parties?
A long time ago.
Awesome. All right. So you might hear some like couple safety information, but we still have to do safety, right? So if you have hard neck, back problems, sensitivity to motion, stroke effects, fall effects, cross-legged limbs, or pregnancy, please let me know so you are safe and comfortable riding today. You do not have to ride anything you don't want to do, but I might coerce you just a little bit, especially if you're riding something that's similar to another thing. I might say you did that, so you'll be totally fine on this one. But I'm going to give you all the information over your storylines, and then the safety stuff, like how fast it goes, if it goes upside down, stuff like that, spinning. Alright, so I'm super excited. I'm so excited to bring you guys around today. I have cried so many times walking into this park for the first time. This park blows me away, and I hope it does for you guys too. I know you probably all have number one rides that you want to do today. So let's go around.
So we're heading to Battle of the Ministry first. 300-minute wait right now, and we're gonna skip it, which is well worth the price of the tour alone. So this is probably the biggest attraction in the park. It definitely had the longest waits of the morning of our visit. We're skipping a 300-minute wait, as I mentioned, and it got pretty nice actually towards the end of the day. So we actually got 2 more rides in on this one, but it was having so many operational issues during previews that I really felt like the VIP tour was the only shot I had of riding this. And turns out I was wrong, but at least in the morning we were able to ride it first thing and avoid this super long queue and get multiple rides in throughout the day just for having that skip the line access. I will note the only bummer is you do skip some parts of the queue, like Professor Umbridge's office, which does have an animatronic in there explaining a little bit more of the backstory. So that's the main thing I think that you miss. Obviously, if there's a long wait, I don't think it's absolutely necessary to see that, but the queue is very, very incredible. It's very long too, so definitely a lot of details in there if you are waiting in line. But the VIP tour basically takes you through the single rider line and through a back exit. I did find that this was kind of interesting throughout the day is Universal definitely has a lot of stairs in their queues. It's very noticeable when we're skipping the entire queue how many stairs going up and down there are. Our VIP tour guide was really great in trying to avoid those with some of the elevators that are available. So we basically avoided the stairs, but it does take a while with a group squeezing all into one elevator going up. It to me, I think it's a little annoying. I wish that that didn't exist, but I'm not the one designing rides, so it's just a note that I noticed during my day here.
As long as it keeps moving.
So no filming on the rides, obviously, but it's a fantastic attraction. I did get a little motion sick, which is not something that normally happens to me, actually, ever. There's a lot of screens. I had heard there weren't many screens on this ride, but there are screens all over the place. But very impressive animatronics as well. So very, very impressive ride and well worth doing first thing here at Epic Universe. Now, definitely one of the benefits of the VIP tour, if you've never visited one of the parks, is the VIP tour guide is going to be pointing out a lot of hidden details that maybe the normal guest would not have found on their own. So there are tons and tons of details here at Harry Potter, and they're still finding more and more because this park is brand spanking new. But a lot of things about like the different colors, or this Mademoiselle Malkins is not married yet, and she actually has a shop over in Diagon Alley. So that shop is going to be open up a little bit later, but here we're in the 1920s in France, so it's a little bit earlier before she was actually married, which I thought was really cool. But a lot of fun restaurants and bars throughout the land here. There's only one major attraction, and there's also a show, Cirque Arcanu, which we'll get to in a little bit later. Got a little motion sick, which is not something I normally have happened to me on those types of rides, but really impressive ride. Hopefully get to ride it again later today, but skipped a 6-hour wait, so fine with that. Our next portal that we visited was Dark Universe.
Time ago, there was a Frankenstein incident with Henry Frankenstein and his monster. He created this amazing creature, and unfortunately, he did get out and cause ruckus. Now, the people in the village of Darkmoor realized that that was all done with amazing technology, so they kind of reverted from technology. So when we go in, it's a lot of black and white. They haven't really progressed in the world, so there's like a stepping back in time. But today, we're gonna go see the castle that Henry Frankenstein originated in, because Victoria Frankenstein lives there now, his great-great-granddaughter, and she wants to put a good name to the Frankenstein name. So she has created a new Frankenstein monster, and she has collected all these different monsters to see if she can tame them for you. Spoiler alert, she's tamed a couple, but today she's gonna try to claim and tame the big baddie, Dracula.
So this portal has 2 attractions, has Monsters Unchained, which is a similar ride system to Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey over at Universal Studios. And then they also have Curse of the Werewolf, which is a spinning roller coaster, and a number of different bars and restaurants and fun walk-around characters that we got to experience a lot of. So let's go explore Dark Universe.
Are we the best of friends now?
I hope so.
What do you want?
Just to say hi.
Well, you've done that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you.
And blood, because the vampires still come out at night. They have a truce with the people of Darkmoor and with the Frankenstein. So you never know, you might see a body just being impaled and all the blood being drained down that well to feed all the vampires that live underneath us.
Pretend, get to right one. You sit, Igor steals, nothing goes wrong.
You're afraid of what you've done. But you will see. There's nothing to fear. Show them.
What's that?
Lower the lights. Now. These people are friends. See? There's nothing to be afraid of. He is amazing. Better than the original. He is the key to our most exciting experiment. For years, I have studied and controlled the monsters that prowl the darkness. And only one remains. I will control my ultimate challenge. Count Dracula. Calm yourself. That wasn't us.
Silence, creature. I will destroy you when you're in.
These two just don't get along. The Dracula experiment is the last piece of the puzzle. And with your help, the world will never see the name Frankenstein the same again. Open the doors!
Next, we visited the Burning Blade, which is definitely one of the coolest bars available here at Epic Universe. It's themed to Frankenstein, and the blades of the tavern actually do light up every 15 minutes in a full blast of fire, which is just so epic. Really amazing at night, so definitely check this place out when you're coming to visit.
Can I can do the reveal?
Please go ahead.
Okay, now I know all of you think you're here for the VIP experience, which I'm sure you think means very important people. However, here in Darkmoor, you are now part of the victim internship program. So, over the course of the day, Molly's going to decide which one of you to leave behind the manor or eager to take. Huh? So be on your worst behavior. You'll never know who it will be.
Do you need any specific body colors, types, or parts?
No, this one. No, the guy behind. No, oh, don't look behind you. This one, he's got a lot of product in his hair. So sometimes that comes in handy. You know, if the hair is already made, we don't have to style it when the creatures are done. So maybe that's
Like,
good. I like just chisel.
alright, I'll make sure he's over
Okay,
there.
alright.
By like 1 o'clock?
Yeah, your time.
Got you.
On your time.
Alright, sounds great.
I'll
We'll see you
take
then.
them anytime.
In my opinion, the walk-around characters really make this park. It makes all of the worlds come alive, and it's just all very fun. So after meeting Igor, we headed over to Curse of the Werewolf. And that was a very fun attraction. It's definitely not a top tier like e-ticket or anything like that, but it is a fun little diversion. Then we headed into the Burning Blade for a drink and a little snack break. Most of the restaurants here at Epic Universe work on a mobile order system, so the mobile order was located outside. No real lines or anything like that during my day, which is really nice. I ended up getting the garlic steak because this is a vampire hunter's bar. So this was the most garlicky thing that I've ever had in my entire life, and I love garlic, but the garlic taste just stayed with me for pretty much the rest of the tour. But our next portal was Super Mario World, which we already have visited today, but it was nice to be able to skip the line. The story of the land goes is Baby Bowser has stolen the golden mushroom from Princess Peach, and you can use the app to play some games and collect coins throughout the land, collect keys to be able to battle him, actually, and it's a whole separate attraction. You need a power-up band for that, which costs about $40 or so, but well worth the extra cost. So it is behind a paywall, a lot of this land, but they are just absolutely so much fun, and it just is literally like living in a video game. And I think that Universal did an incredible job throughout this land, and you can come back and use the same band over and over. I got to ride Minecart Madness one more time, which was a lot of fun, though it did break down a little bit, and then just got some shots waiting for the group here of the mine cars coming down and having this really fun visual of skidding across the water here. And then one fun little detail were the Pikmin that were hidden throughout all of the land. Then we went and rode Mario Kart, which was a lot of fun. Didn't get a lot of footage of that, but we were winding up our day a little bit, but we had one more world to go check out, and that was the Isle of Berk. So this portal definitely felt the most complete to me. It also had, I think, the best reveal of all of the different worlds here at Epic Universe. You walk in through the portal and you are just welcomed with this panoramic view of the Isle of Berk straight from the film. There's a number of different rides here, multiple different rides, 3 different ones. So the most rides of any of the portals available now, and they also have a full Broadway style show, which was really impressive. Didn't film in there, but it's a great escape from the heat in the middle of the day, so definitely recommend doing that as well. And it's located, or it's available at least on Express Pass, so you're able to get a really good seat with that. So that's what I was able to do. But the main attraction here is Hiccup's Wing Gliders, which is a Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure style ride, a little bit less intense than that, but a lot of fun, great for families, so definitely a top tier attraction there. And then they have a few little shops and restaurants, different meads and specialty beers throughout the land. They have a water ride, Fire Drill, which was closed a lot of the times I was trying to ride it. It was open throughout the day, but I didn't get to ride it. That was the only ride I didn't get to ride in the park. And then you have Dragon Racers Rally, which is a Euroflyer, and a lot of fun, though the queue can get quite hot, so definitely hit this on the early side. All right, we are all done with the VIP tour. It was awesome. Skipped a lot of lines, got to do every ride that didn't have Express, which was a good goal. Now we're gonna go ahead and explore the rest of the park. Just a note, we did end the tour with Stardust Racers, but because you have to put everything into a locker, I didn't get any good footage of that. But I decided to have lunch at the Oak and Star Tavern, which is a bar and restaurant available. They have some amazing smoked meats, some incredible brisket, and I am someone who is from Texas. I know my good briskets. That was really good brisket, especially for a theme park. So I was focused next on trying to tick off a lot of the attractions that I hadn't done yet. So Yoshi was one of them. It's a slow-moving Omnimover style ride. It's a good view of all of Super Nintendo World, and you hunt for little eggs throughout the ride, which is really cute for kids. Lasts a decent amount of time. You don't cover a lot of ground, but there's cute little Yoshi animatronics all throughout it. So definitely worth doing for the kids. If you're short on time and you don't have kids, probably something you can skip, but still a lot of fun. I love collecting the stickers in the app and the different keys to go battle Baby Bowser, so I did a lot of that during the afternoon here, and the lines weren't too long, so that was really a lot of fun. Once I got bored of that, I headed back over to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and I wanted to go check out the Cirque Arcanu show. They had the French Wizard Band out, which was really cool. Definitely wanted to try some of the exclusive beers here too. They have a number of different restaurants here, just so many restaurants, and this one was really cool. It's kind of a speakeasy style bar. Got a German menu. So this is just incredible detail throughout this entire park, but especially here in Harry Potter. So Cirque Arcanu, I think, is my favorite thing that I did the entire day because it wasn't spoiled in any way for me. I just knew it was a show focused around the Fantastic Beasts from that franchise. So it's a circus theme, and I was just excited to see how they did all of these beasts in live action for an audience. It was a decently long wait with my Express Pass because the show didn't start on time, but very, very well air conditioned, and of course no filming in the theater. I won't spoil it for you, but this is absolutely top of the list for when you come to the park. It's not a ride, it's a show, but it's entirely worth doing. Stop by the old-fashioned bar here in Harry Potter, which is really cool because they took a lot of inspiration from the real world. I was stopped by the French R's too, because I was looking suspicious filming everything, which was fun. But if you've ever been to Paris and been to the Hemingway bar, I think that's where they got a lot of their inspiration from, which is really cool. And even cooler was the wait for Ministry of Magic had dropped down to about 55 minutes. I went in the single rider line and it took about 20 minutes, so that was pretty fantastic there. So ride number 2 done, went over to Monsters Unchained again, rode that another time, Curse of the Werewolf one more time as well. I did the Constellation Carousel over in Celestial Park, which is a very unique carousel. It's definitely not something that you need to prioritize throughout your day. I didn't even use my express pass that I had on the ride. It's going to be really cool at night, though. I didn't get a chance to ride it at night. But basically, it was just bouncing around land to land, riding things again, trying some different eats. And I wanted to check out this ice dragon, because I saw that he actually blows really cold air, but couldn't get him to do it while I was waiting around. And it was getting pretty hot. It was almost 100 degrees here in Orlando. Great weather in terms of, no rain, which is exactly what I was looking for. But I was really looking for the AC a lot of the day. So a lot of exploring of the indoor restaurants and attractions later in the afternoon here, trying all of the exclusive beers, which is really fun. But the Untrainable Dragon is the show here in Isle of Berk, and it's absolutely not to be missed. I even decided to try and ride Fire Drill, but it was closed each time I tried, so gonna have to do that on my next visit. Got one of the hamwiches, the mac and cheese cones, which was pretty cool. Tried out a tiki drink at Celeste Tiki in the park, in Celestial Park. These are all made to order, which is really great. They have a Super Nintendo World shop in Celestial Park as well, because they know that merch is going to sell pretty well.
Unbelievable sunset ride on Stardust Racers. That ride is amazing.
And I got one more ride in on Ministry of Magic before departing the park. I wanted to do this one more time because the wait time dropped down to 35 minutes, and then try and end with one full nighttime ride on Stardust Racers, which I was able to achieve. But overall, an incredible day here at Epic Universe. I will definitely be back, and thanks for coming along.